Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Kevin Bozeman. Welcome to another episode of Happy Hour. I am here with In Vogue.
Out Vogue.
I'm here with In Vogue. I know y'all been wondering what they've been up to, but they are here. Now I'm here with some of the funniest comedians on the planet. So here's what I say about Chicago, and Chicago is great comedy town, but arguably five of the top five funniest comics in Chicago are females. Tell me what I'm wrong, ladies.
No lies here.
I would not disagree.
It's not a lie.
I would not disagree.
I just feel like it's just you guys are all so strong, so tight. Your sets, you kill it everywhere. It doesn't matter who, what group, what the rules are. Y'all all kill it. For the funniest comics in Chicago, please introduce yourselves from let's go left to right.
Okay, I am just Nesh.
I'm Marilee.
I'm Correy B.
I'm Erica Clark.
And this is I still
We
feel like
are
you
the
guys like an R&B
Tiffany.
group. Y'all should have sang y'all names.
Yes.
Listen, so I've been trying to work this out with Erica. I reached out to Corey when Nesh flaked on me. I don't know why you want to tell. I don't know. You want to tell how you got to be where you couldn't do it?
Yes, I was supposed to do it Wednesday, but I had an edible with Marilee around
Who
one.
we never reached out to.
Who we never reached out to. I had an
Hey,
edible barely around 1 in the afternoon, 12 or 1, and by the time 2 o'clock hit, I was done. I had to hit him up at the last minute, like, yo, I can't do it. I had an edible. I'm gonna lay down.
I only did that because you never asked me to come on this show.
I just listen. This show is brand spanking new, and I have all of y'all on my radar.
I'm just
And just
messing with
because
you.
we're doing it as a group, doesn't mean that we don't get a chance to go individually. Because we won't be able to go as deep as a group. I want to speak to all of y'all.
Yeah.
First of all, Nesh, how long you been doing stand up?
I've been doing stand-up for 8 years.
8.
8, yes.
Marilee, Corey, Erica, how long?
9, 5. Yeah.
5 years.
5. Corey, only 5?
Yes, sir.
No shit.
All the
Erica,
shit.
how about you?
Erica said,
Oh yeah, 9, 10, almost 10.
Good Lord. That's fantastic. 5
Right.
years.
Yeah.
I'm the baby
Yeah,
of the
I'm
group.
September.
You
It'll be
put,
10.
I think, Corey, your shit so dope. It's like you just put it out in the universe that me and Monique will be working together,
yes, we just talked about that.
and the universe was like, "Yep,
Yep. And now we bestest friends.
Yeah.
So
I
this
know."
is
And you
something
did.
we
How was
stay
that?
out of. No,
How
I'm
was
joking.
that tour with her? That stint in Vegas.
Vegas was so amazing. Like Vegas was the dopest thing. Like after you get over the first month of being there every weekend going, oh my God, I'm in Vegas. I have to go here and I got to go there. After a while, it's like, hey, I'm at home, show up, go to work, but it's never work, man. It's so much fun because everybody that comes to the show in Vegas is not from Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
They're not from Vegas. You meet
Yeah. You get no townies at all. No townies at all. Because I went out and saw your set because I was out there. I was at the MGM.
Yep.
And then after my set, I came over and checked you guys out, and you guys killed it. What is it like? Has she been such a mentor to you? What is the one thing besides the stage time that you would say Monique has given you?
that she teaches me how to treat people off stage. She shows me who to be off stage and how to make sure that people love you just as much off stage as they do on stage because of the way that you treat them. And the shortest version of it is to say, make sure that you always dress up for the people in the cheap seats. Dress up for the people in the back because those are the people who had to decide whether they wanted to pay a bill or come and see you laugh. Make sure that you're the last one to leave the room. Hug everybody if you can. Shake hands because they may not remember your last joke, but they'll remember every picture that you took and every
Right.
that you've given on stage and out in the street. So she just teaches me how to be a dope human being off stage.
Ladies, do you guys have a mentor like that and someone that's been there for you, that's helped you like get jump started and stand up for yourselves?
Yeah, I've actually had a lot of Nesh actually. Like I'm not that good on I'm very temperamental. I'll say that. So I don't mind saying no, and I will mean that. But Nesh kind of helps me to be like, no, it's your business. You have bills to pay. Get yourself together. Get your chip off your shoulder and get it together. Hannibal is amazing. I love just the way he's so encouraging, and he's going to amplify your strengths. I like that, and it's always a good time. Always putting you in front of the right people. So
What are you saying no to when you say you're saying no? People or shows? Like, what do you mean
people
by that?
and shows. I'll be like, no, I don't. That does not align.
What's your natural beef against them? The shows.
It's not just the shows. If it's the energy, if it's a messy situation, if it's never together, if it's some funny pricing going on, some lowballing going on, that I know that you doing this because I'm a woman. So I don't have a problem with saying no. I don't like it. I said no.
Yeah. What about you, Erica?
I feel like I had a lot of people give me motivation as the years went on. Like the same people who, when I first started, it's like, yeah, but like Hannibal, me and her have talked.
I know, he's
Hannibal
so great.
is a very kind-hearted person. You have been a motivation to me. There, I told, I don't know if I was able to, but I told Marilee and like Tanisha how they even motivate me. Like to see, when you see somebody that you started with, or, you know, like doing other stuff, like, you know, Nesh got her eyeshadow stuff and she's got her lingerie. I thought that was super dope. And like I don't enough be like, you inspire me to like do something.
Yeah, don't y'all feel like that, like they just in what way that they find a way to just pit us against each other?
Always.
Each and every.
Yep.
So I always say that like we pit against each other because we know that we ain't fighting for like to be the funniest. We fighting for one or two spots that they got.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it don't matter if you four funny.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't putting you in the top 10 funniest list. They making you fight for those one or two spots,
Right.
which naturally makes you pit against each other. Right. So if Correy gets something over Erica, and even though y'all both should have been on the show, we only got one spot for you, and then that just brings that animosity. Like, why that bitch get that over me?
And that's really the thing about the four of us. We always cheerlead each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When it's the four of us on fighting for that one spot, whichever one of us gets it is the one that deserved it at that moment, and the other three will rally behind that one to make sure that she understands that.
When I was on Last Comic Stand, they was like, "Oh, you fighting for that 10 spots?" I was like, "I ain't fighting for 10 spots. I'm fighting for 2 spots." And if I ain't wanted it like that, that's what I'm getting. It doesn't matter if I'm one of the 10 funniest. I was fighting for just 1 or 2 spots, maybe 3 spots, but that's the game. If you know the game, like I always say, you can complain about the game, but if you know the game and then you suit up, you got to play the game, or don't play the game. But you know the rules of the game, so it ain't always we fighting for scraps always.
Right.
Yeah.
And somebody told me, they were saying like with us particularly, it's like if casting agent or whoever is looking for somebody, it's like we don't
never
tell
be in
them
the same.
like Tanisha, I don't care if we both women and black, she's not my competition. If somebody wants what Tanisha brings to the plate, then they want Tanisha.
They want
Tanisha.
Yeah.
If they want Correy's comedy, they want Correy. So it's like that helps me like take out the competition. Just like I'm not the person for that job or that role right now.
And we're all so different. Our comedy is all so different. That's why it kind of complements each other.
It is different, but it's not different because here's where you guys are, to me, are the same, and that you're speaking from, all four of you speak from a place of realness. You know, they're jokes, but there's jokes about shit that's actually going on in your life. I try to tell these youngsters this all the time. Like, listen, man, there's funny where you're gonna get ha laughs, and then you're gonna get some stuff that people will take home with them because you're speaking to them. I think the trick for stand-up is is doing stand-up and you make the audience feel like they're having a conversation with you, even though they ain't saying shit. So
Right.
you're doing all the talking, but they feel like they're talking with you.
Yeah.
And I feel like all four of you have do a fantastic job of that. That's
Thank you.
so cool.
Thank
Yeah, thank me. I ain't write any of that shit. So, but y'all got other things going on. Nesh, you got a makeup line. Tell me about it. What's going on? What
Oh,
happened?
I do have a makeup
I want-
line.
Hold up though. Tell me how it got to be, where it's at, like how you got started, all of
Okay.
that stuff. Go ahead. From
Well,
scratch.
I have been thinking about it for a while, and I was putting it off because, I just didn't have time. I didn't have all the resources. I didn't even really know what to do. I just knew that I like wearing eyeshadow on stage. I'm not an MUA, so I just like to pick colors that pop and something easy for people to put on who don't know how to do makeup. So thank God to quarantine, I finally had time to research and figure out how to go about doing it. And I got a little bit of that little back pay unemployment, so I had a little couple extra dollars to
Right?
fund it because you need a little lump sum of money, and I was able to sample because you got to sample makeup, you got to go through this whole process. So I had months to do that. So I sampled, I met up with a makeup artist, and we got colors together, colors that I particularly like because
Yeah.
it's stuff that I like to wear on stage. I like to at least have my eyes popping on stage, something quick for a
Right.
show because we always we always on stage. So I like to be like, okay. So picked out the palettes, got the colors together, paid them people that money, and the name, I had the name already. I had been thinking about it, just been sitting on me, pretty witty, wit. I was like going back and forth about the name, and it just kind of I was able to just get it done. And the website is launched. You can pre-order now.
Wait. So give us that. Give me that info. Put that out there.
My eyelash is hanging off. Okay. The website the website is prettywittybyniche.com. Prettywittybyniche.com.
Okay.
And you can go on there and order it. Now the shipment won't be in till like August, so you can pre-order and you'll get it when I get it. So yeah, go check out the site. It's t-shirts on there, accessories on there, so earrings too. And yeah, I'm just excited. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, you should be excited.
Yeah,
That's pretty dope.
I'm gonna have an official launch party in September, like a big thing in Chicago.
It's gonna be like a comedy show.
It might be. That might make sense too. I see, but I want it to be like this is the official Pretty Witty by Niche. We're gonna video. We're gonna have like it's gonna be. We're gonna pull out all stops. So yeah, it's just gonna be a celebration of the thing. When I actually get the shipment in, I want people to be able to come out, buy it, support, do some looks, do some makeup on some people, and just have like a big celebration. So that'll be in September. But for now,
I know somebody that you could probably pair with that probably got some lingerie. You could probably do a lingerie. I know a girl who's got some lingerie. You could probably do a little something. If you're looking for the most aggressive Twitter account in Twitter, go follow Marilee. It's the most aggressive Twitter account. Tell us what's going on with you have a lingerie brand that just started out. Tell us. I want to hear all about it.
I love lingerie though. I think a part of my personality is kind of being like sexy, and I kind of ran from it from a long time because I just hate strangers telling me I'm sexy because it's like I don't want to sleep with you. But now I'm like, oh, I'm a brand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can.
So what was the turning point from you? How you got from being offended to going, oh shit, this is who I mean. This is me. I can embrace this.
When I got out my own way, when I got the chip off my shoulder, it ain't personal. That's just how people perceive me. And so if that's their perception of me, everybody can't be lying because all these people, they don't know each other. So,
Everybody
lying. So I kind of just walked into that, and it just mentally getting better, growing, maturing, becoming a woman. It's like, oh, okay, girl. And then I got OnlyFans.
So when is this the brand launching in?
Well, we already did a soft launch. I'm actually all sold out. So
that's a
I'm
launch.
completely sold out.
That's a launch.
That's dope. That's dope. How What's the name of the brand, and who are you marketing to?
I'm marketing to everybody. Like a big piece of my thing is I want women to feel as sexy as I feel. Like even I'm single, I still sleep in lingerie. I treat myself. So I want all those women, young, old. Do something about yourself, girl. You don't got to look like no cardboard. Put you a little something on. Get it rocking. It's Marilee. So my friend actually opened
What's
up
the wait? What's the site?
my friend opened up a boutique called Chic Addicts Boutique, and so her and I are doing a collaboration. So mine is Marilee's Baddie Corner on chicaddictboutique.com.
That's dope. That's dope.
Eddie Corner.
So y'all
Yeah.
making this happy hour
So
X-rated as
loud.
fuck.
My friend's so loud. Look at my eyelash. I'm really just trying to see this lash
I
bar.
see. I got you. I got you. It's kind of creepy, but I got it.
It's hanging off.
Come put it back on her.
Listen, so but we all know y'all bread and butter is stand up. Like all these things, y'all doing dope shit on the side. What are y'all doing to stay sharp during this time? How much
Oh, you talking about-
stage time have y'all actually gotten during the corona?
We're doing a lot of virtual shows,
A lot
which
of
were
virtual shows.
whack.
I
but-
How
actually
much
hated virtual
stage
shows. I
time?
only had two.
How much stage time? Not this.
I was on stage last night
Where at?
at Nisha's Thursday night.
Okay.
My throat still
It's
feel
so-
good though, so.
Is that about to shut down again?
No, we're on the patio. So we're good.
And she has
Okay.
mic condoms, so everything's perfect.
All
Yeah,
right.
we outside, so we'll be able to stay open.
I had a really good set there last week. Oh my God, we had so
Correct.
much fun. We had and I have a big show coming up August 2nd at Laugh Factory.
Yes.
2 shows.
Really?
And August 2nd, Laugh Factory. What's that show about?
It is called Laughs on Lockdown, because that's what we are. Locked down, laughing while we lock down. And it's quite a few. It's 2 shows, a 7 and a 9:30. Everybody knows that Laugh Factory holds a couple hundred people. We're only doing 50 people per show.
Yeah.
So we are super
Yeah.
social
I was gonna say,
distance.
y'all said do more.
Yeah, Laugh Factory can do 300, right?
Yeah.
Hey, this is what they did, and this is their
50.
opening weekend too. So, I guess that's why we do 2 shows, because they're doing a complete cleaning in between both shows. So I got like Nesh, Leon, Damon,
Yeah.
Zach O'Brien, M. Brown, Marilee probably gonna pop. These girls gonna pop in because we got 2 shows. They no telling who might show up. We
For
putting
sure.
everybody up.
At what point did you guys start to realize you were turning the corner and stand up? You start going, all right, I'm starting to figure this shit out.
When people didn't want me to get on their stages.
What? What do you mean? Well,
Wouldn't let me get on their stages when I had to
You was-
build my own stage and throw my own show.
wait, are you saying people wasn't putting you on the show because you was bringing too much heat?
I mean, I guess if that's what you like, the new girl on the block can't be that funny, especially if she ain't sleeping with nobody. Like you're just not gonna be out here just funny on your own, and ain't nobody scooping you up and claiming you as their little protege. Like you're not gonna do that, because if that was the case, I was Nesh's protege, because Nesh is the person who put me on stage.
Did you just
So-
low level tell me you fuck Nesh?
Read between the lines, Kevin. Read between the lines.
Did you just? That's really that's a passive aggressive way to telling me about things. All right, that's cool.
That is hilarious.
But
No,
that was it. Like you felt like
yeah, it was like I was having a lot of trouble. Aside from if Nesh didn't put her stamp on it, people wasn't really rocking with me. And so after a while, when I was trying to do stuff myself and trying to get on, and people wouldn't get me on, even at Jokes and Notes, I couldn't get on. I've never been on another show other than a Wednesday night, an open mic. I never did a weekend. I never did a Thursday or Friday at Jokes and Notes all the way through the time that they closed. Never. So after a while, I decided, well, if they won't let me on their stage, I'll build my own. And that's where So What Sundays at Tilly's came from. And that place was ridiculous.
so. You guys, except for Marilee, who's I'm hoping will do my show soon. Have all the 3 of you have done my Thanksgiving show, and you know I'm always.
Cracking.
Can I say that was one of the most fun shows that I had ever done?
So
Like
fun.
that audience, we had so much fun.
Yeah.
That first show, like it was crazy.
No, but what stood out was different from Erica and Niche than you was when people found out you were doing the show, they felt like they should be doing the show. Did you get that energy? Because
Yes.
people were like, so Corey did the show, and it was just like, oh, Corey, like what?
That's what I'm saying.
You know
Remember
what?
I told you that
When am
when
I
you
doing this
received,
show? Like, whoa,
Correy?
whoa, whoa! I ain't running anybody up. I'm bringing.
Right.
Right.
I like every comic that I bring up on that show. I expect to bring a certain level of heat because
Right. They like you
gotta
about Corey.
follow. You gotta follow basically headliners. It's headliners following headliners on that.
Yeah.
show.
Yep.
Ain't no scrubs. But what were you saying, Erica?
No, I was saying that's right. Remember we were talking about that? I was like, Chicago has a way of like, if you brought somebody on the road with you, how people gonna be like, why'd you bring that person?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, because you were talking about Corey or other comics and stuff. I was like, people always, they have
Wow,
certain
I didn't
Yeah,
people.
it's and it's
I did not know
always
that.
me.
Yes.
It's always
Yeah.
me.
It's
Corey,
weird.
it's certain people.
Really?
Because she's so new too.
Do you know how many
Well,
people
it's
are
not
like,
new,
they,
but-
They be doing bombing and still.
they be like, so
they be-
Leon
they
hooked
be-
up Corey
Yeah.
with Monique, or like
Right.
if she didn't go on a rate, it's like it's always like they pick and choose who they think
Mm-hmm.
did stuff. Like
Well,
you,
what they say about me? I'm
that
just-
you're insane.
Yeah.
Nobody said like nothing about that, but I've heard that about. I feel like it's a way of like undermining somebody.
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
Oh, but I mean, I always say this. This is what I say about what stand up is. It's like, you know, it's super, and just in its nature, is super narcissistic. But with stand up, where our heart, where we are so much invested in it, is that unlike any other art, we're the writer, the producer, the director, the star,
Yeah.
all of that shit. So when your stand up gets rejected, it's not just your work getting rejected, it's you, the individual, that's getting rejected.
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's you
Right.
that they're saying, like, you are not good enough. So
Yep.
when somebody
always-
gets something in front of you,
Yeah.
it's always just like a little bit of hate. And I always think people don't agree with this, but I always think it's good to have a little bit of hate in you as long as you put that energy in the right spot. Like, a lot of problems, people get that hate and they put that energy out there, but you got to take that hate and use it like
To fuel yourself.
Right,
Yeah.
fuel and you know, write better, get on stage more. So,
But then you'll have to be honest about where you are in your comedy career for real. And I
which
don't
is
think
a
people like
hard
to do that.
conversation people can have with themselves. That's the
Because
hardest.
everybody can't say this is honestly why I'm not on. It's always this person got on and took my spot,
Yeah.
or if this didn't happen. No, you're not on because you're a terrible writer. Your stage presence sucks. You look like you haven't had a bath in months.
You don't even
Your
have updated
haircut
headshots.
sucks. Your
hat-
beard is uneven. You're not making
Oh, well, all right, hold up. I feel like you're being personal now.
I'm like, who you talking
Okay,
about?
But no, but that's
that
all I'm
bullshit
saying.
poster of you behind you, that fucked up Kaepernick jersey. Okay, all right,
Yep.
okay.
But out of the
all
four
right.
of us, the truth it's always me. And like me said, I never
hate
really
that. I
thought
never
about
really-
the fact that I am the newest by at least 5 years.
Right.
And I get it, but it's like if I have like Kevin Bozeman will call me for this. Oh my God, when Damon sent me to Cayman Islands,
Mhm.
Really?
oh my
Yeah.
God, because he did the thing with Corey Holcomb here for All Star. So he was like, Corey, Damon is one of the people that I really do owe a lot in my career too, because Damon has put me in some positions that I never, ever would have seen. And I'm really grateful. But on the back end of that, people will come right back around the corner like, how did you, all of these
Right.
comics, how, and it's always
Man,
the
because it's
comics.
never women. I've never
It's-
heard anything like
No,
that.
it's always the men.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's just always like, let's get
That's-
on stage and we'll see.
That's true.
And you'll
Yeah.
meet me on stage, you'll see where it's at. I remember I used to be hungry like that. I remember I used to have goals and dreams and shit.
You're so silly. Now you into the new decade. No.
Yeah, I'm on coast now. I'm coasting.
It's just nothing but fuel.
I'm trying to put my peeps in positions to
Yeah,
win. I'm
that's how
low
that's
level
it.
like that. I don't say, like, you hardly ever see me at shows. You hardly ever see me do anything, but I'm always on the lookout. And then when you ready, I'm like, let's come here. I need
Yeah,
you. Come here.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
always. I try to be that way. At
Right.
least I try to be that way. But it's just like I said, the business is so fucking shady, dude.
Yeah, it
it
is.
is.
What's the shadiest thing that's happened to one of you comedy wise?
Ooh.
How long is this podcast? We
Right.
in
Right.
here
As
I
all
long
got
day.
into that.
I didn't know
Okay.
this
as
was.
long, just tell
Okay.
if right off the all right, right off the cuff, what happened to you? It was just like, oh shit.
What'd you say again?
Now, what happened to each and every one of you? If you could think of something right off the top of your head that's just like,
Shady.
oh shit, I can't believe this happened.
You
Oh,
said.
go tell me. Marilee got one first.
Well, this
Go
is
ahead.
only one. We come from the era of comics, me and Erica, where they didn't respect women.
Right.
So all these women that are entering now, I am so happy for them because a lot of the
Did you
things
guys
that
open some doors?
a lot of things that we went through, Corey will never have to go through. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm so thankful that time is made. But anyway, one of my stories is Nesh asked me to fill in for her. And a lot of people will play with me too because I don't come out. I'm not like a really big open micer.
Right.
I'm not a hanger-outer. I hang out with who I like.
Yep.
And I know that hanging out is a big part of people networking and getting to know you. I pass. So she asked me to fill in for her at a comedy club, go through the comic. And she's like, well, Marilee's gonna fill in for me, whatever. He fine, no problem. I go there, I have a good set. When I leave, instead of giving me what he was gonna give Nesh, I've been doing comedy longer than Nesh.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He decides to give himself a break and pocket the rest. So I call her because I'm leaving. I'm like, I'm about to blow this comedy club.
Yeah.
Was it, hold up, without sharing too, I want you to share, but you don't have to, but was it an actual comedy club or was it like a spot that does stand up?
No. It was a comedy club, but it was a comedian produced show.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So it's at the comedy club, but the comedian produced it at the
Yeah.
comedy club.
Right.
Got it.
So Nisha's like, no, calm down. You're gonna get your money because I'm like, I'm done. Tell them don't call me.
Oh,
Don't.
yeah.
That's why when I say no, like business like that, I won't double back. I'm gonna give you another chance. So every time you ask me after that, the answer is no. No, it's no.
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 She called me on the way home, like, he only gave me this much. I said, no, he's supposed to give you this much because that's how much I was getting. So she was in the car on her way home. I said, go back and get the rest. She was like, okay. Didn't want to do it, but was like cussing, like, she's like, oh, I'm done. I ain't never going to talk to him again. I'm blocking him. I'm like,
I
just go
definitely blocked them.
get the rest of your money because that's how much he owed.
Right.
So she
So
ended up
I'm
going
guessing it
back.
was a substantial amount, a big difference.
No, it was like a big pay difference. Like he cut my pay by $200.
Yeah.
He tried it.
Yeah.
But then guess what? I didn't talk to him and I didn't come off of did I come off of it? And by the time I did talk to him again, it was 3 years later, he asked Nesh, can she please do my show?
Did you talk to me?
And I had just got a car. So as soon as I walked in, he put the money in my hand. I was like, I like the way you acting now.
All right. Yep.
You know exactly
Yep.
who I'm talking about.
What about you, Corey, Erica,
He never played with my
Nesh?
Erica, you know, any stories about being like shady?
That was just shady. Anybody how many of y'all had people like was like, yo, see me in the bedroom, I could make some shit happen for you?
No,
I never had that.
They never come out like that.
Yeah, I never had that.
They just make who
But that's because we're funny though, so we don't have to.
Right.
So I
I
don't
like
think
that
that
they
was
scared of me. I like that they scared of me because
We
I don't
really
get none of that
funny.
energy.
Yeah, I
I
never
like
got
that they
that.
scared of my husband.
Yes.
So they don't even play. They
I
don't.
used to get so many oops. I meant to send that to somebody else.
I did too, but I
have a
started
calendar of
posting
comedians.
them. So
Chicago
Did you really start posting that shit?
I used to post. I used to go crazy. I used to be like, well, guess who's up on the docket today?
Yeah.
And after I did that, like my first year, actually a comic in Chicago tried to pit us against to try to start some. We roasted him to oblivion, and he didn't know how to work YouTube videos and all the apps and the Photoshop. We didn't let him have it, and all he could say was B word. I know.
What about you, Corey? Any craziness?
It's always craziness. It's always craziness. But I don't really have that kind of a problem because, like, the guys, because my husband is not, he's very friendly, but he doesn't look that friendly. So most people don't. And plus, if it's one of my produced shows, he's my DJ. So most of the time, people don't, they don't play like that. But I've had people, I've shown up to shows where I have, like, literally ripped it. And then at the end, the comments be like, look, we didn't sell as many tickets.
Right.
As I thought we
Yeah, we've all.
I
We've
don't
all
care.
had
Don't
that
sell some
scam.
plasma, but have mama.
My first Kevin Bolton Thanksgiving show, I had 42 people the first time I ran it.
Wow.
I have 42 people, and then now we did 2 sold out shows last year.
Yeah.
But the first time I even thought about it, I did a one-man show. This was back in the day. And I know it was like 150, and he was like 150 people there. And I was getting the door, and he was like, great job, man. You got 96 people. I was like, nah, dog. We way off.
Right.
We way off. But people will, people will always try you. And just what Marilee did, when you put your foot down, and then you can put your foot down, but if you're not good, it's gonna hold no water.
Yeah.
Zero.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter how morally right you are.
Yeah.
If you have zero skills, it means nothing.
Yeah.
But when you get good and then you put your foot down, because then people gonna start asking you, how come you don't fuck with that show anymore? And then you tell them, and then they go, I ain't gonna fuck with that show anymore.
Yeah.
So, but that's just how it is. And that's why I always tell people, don't shit on Scrubs, because you never know who gonna turn out, who gonna figure it out.
Exactly.
And those people leapfrog you. So when I first saw Hannibal, like I was just a few years in, and I was working studying, and I saw Hannibal. I was like, well, this dude's gonna be special. Like the first set, very first set, and you just see that. But sometimes it's not that obvious. But when those people are putting in the work, if they come on up and putting in the work, you gotta respect them. Maybe give them some pointers or something. They figure it out. That was true for Sebastian Maniscalco, who's like the most popular comic out right now, who does like NBA arenas. He was brutal when he first started.
50,000 people.
Oh, really?
He was brutal. And now, like, he sold out Madison Square Garden 4 shows.
Wow.
That's
Friday through Saturday. Robert De Niro showing up to see this dude.
Wow.
But he was bad. So you just never know. I was like, as long as if people aren't funny, that's one thing. But if they aren't funny and respectful to you, then you should just, be cool with them. But if they ain't funny and they talking shit, then you gotta cut them.
Yeah.
You gotta cut them loose. But you just never know who gonna turn out and who gonna figure that shit out. And it's always good to have people like that in your corner, because they will remember who was the people that was cool with them.
Right.
Has that ever happened? Were you guys like that? Were you slow starters, or did you come out the screen blast?
No,
I came out.
I came out busted. I had Marilee booked me in like 9 months. I did when Just for Laughs was back by TBS. I did it then, and people were so mad at Mary for putting me on the show. Like they were telling her, like, she's only been doing comedy 9 months.
That's how they did me with Bob Sumner. Because my first year of comedy is when I did True TV. And I got that. It was actually, I did that by accident. I was booked for the audition, but then I was supposed to do a week in Jamaica. The promoter for Jamaica ran off with all $300,000 of the money, so the show was canceled.
300,000.
300. We had sold out the resort. It's a show that I do every year, and the promoter, same promoters. Earlier that year, his son got killed or something happened. He went nuts, stole all the money, ran off with the money a week before, because we were waiting on our plane tickets, and we were like, you know what happened? And
But that was at his head, so they ever find him when
they have not found him. Yeah, they still looking for him. But I just decided.
Hey, low level, I'm like, good for him.
Yeah, right.
They ain't caught you yet? All right, I gotta give props.
So I gave up.
He had a plan.
My spot on the audition and gave it to another comic. So I was like, man, I'm home. I ended up just showing up like somebody gonna be late or somebody not gonna show up. And sure enough, they didn't. I ended up getting the spot. Bob called me, and when I said that I was going to LA, Chicago comics flipped. Now, don't get me wrong, it wasn't all of them because a lot of people was like, that's dope.
Yeah.
But there was some Chicago comics that was like,
Y'all
you
in some.
got to be kidding me.
Or,
I didn't
and
care.
you know what's another hating thing that people do?
What's
They
that?
start telling you what you got ain't shit, pretty much.
Mhm.
Like, you know, Bob Sumner. He ain't
Oh
got
yeah,
hits
that
and
ain't nothing.
he ain't put a hit out.
He
He
ain't
like,
all
Right.
damn.
That's like I said. That's that hate. That's that hate that people be putting outward instead of putting that energy inward and using it right and using it to motivate. Eric and I did some shows together, and we get to the casino, and this motherfucker hit a jackpot and breaks Eric off with what, like
500.
$500.
He came while I was on stage.
Walked on stage and gave her $500.
He came up. I was like, "Sir, what he done?" He was like, excuse me. Oh, I don't mean no harm. And gave me $500.
I almost flipped the show and start opening up for you the rest of the week. Like,
He
this
won.
shit.
It was his 38th birthday. He had won 38,000.
Man.
Yep.
I gotta be like, just 500. Erica was on stage all of 3 minutes before he ran up there and gave her
I came up
500.
there.
And I'm in the back like, yo, I
All the fine
funny. Booty was
no,
booty.
I didn't even say I put it all
Her
on
booty
my
was booty in. That booty. That was
Thank you,
bouncing.
God. That was nice.
Your intro was killer. You
I
slayed it.
didn't say
She must have killed her slate. Erica.
Right. I stuffed that down in my bra.
Yeah.
It was
I tried to get you to gamble it, but you wouldn't budge.
You remember those people in the front? They all had oxygen tanks.
Oh, no.
But you could smoke in there. So it was people smoking at the table with the people with oxygen tanks. And I was like, you can't do that. Like, y'all can't smoke near these people. Like, they have oxygen. We have died.
It's amazing when you get $500 extra how caring you are about the crowd.
Right.
No, we can't.
What about the lungs?
Right. What about your health? Your health, I'm concerned. I was trying to get her to gamble that 500 too. She wouldn't even.
Oh, you should have gambled it. At least
I
100.
was going to.
Should've gambled 100.
Right, because that was lucky money. You definitely should have.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't convict her 3 years later.
Right. She's like, dang.
I know y'all.
I still have one of the hundreds in my wallet.
Really?
Yeah, but good luck. Yeah, because the crazy
That's
thing is, it was
cool.
like right before payday. And I asked my boyfriend to give me money. Remember I told you that? And he was all like,
Yeah. I remember you bitching about it for 4 hours when you told me about it. It was a 4-hour drive.
Like this bitch ass nigga, right? So I was going in on William because William like, I always got to give you money and you don't pay no bills. You know? So I was like, man, okay, whatever. Then my angel came and gave me 500.
Yes.
And you was like, look at these dudes out here outdoing you.
That's what I said. Why a random man?
Why these strangers out here killing it?
Because he looked in my eyes and knew you was lacking. That's why he did.
Right. Oh, his birthday. He got to give me money.
He asked us something real. If you got a man, why your nails ain't done?
Right.
Help you out.
Right. So, yeah.
So what's the next on the horizon for you guys? What do you guys got coming up? Anything?
Rona.
Yeah. Trying to stay cold free.
Bar 2?
Yeah, well, Funny by Nature Comedy Tour is still rolling. It's myself, Kelly Kills, Ashima Franklin, and Crystal Powell. It got put
And
on.
where y'all been going? All over the country?
We just did Atlanta last week. We gotta do North Carolina next week. North Carolina.
Where in North Carolina?
Greenville and Charlotte, and then Greensboro. So Greenville is South Carolina, then Greensboro is North Carolina.
Hit me up when you do Charlotte. I got some peeps I can put.
I think they're gonna cancel. So yeah.
Or don't.
Yeah. That was the last message. That was the last.
Or not. It's cool.
So we're trying to see, but yeah, I think Charlotte is going to try to reschedule to October, which is gonna make that whole run stupid. So we probably just cancel all of them, because if we can't do them boom, 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 it don't make sense because the way the numbers are right now.
Have you? So I've gotten a little bit of apathy, like towards stage. Like I'm not. At first I was missing it, but now I'm just kind of like, shit. It is what it is.
Kind of getting used to not being on stage.
Yeah, like I did Helium in Indianapolis, and then next week I think I'm in Oklahoma City. But other
So
than that,
who
I
you
don't
have
really.
with these shows, Kevin? I
Oh,
talked to you
yeah.
about this, didn't
So basically, what he's saying
Can I
is don't
can I
ever
tell you
put
why I can't? Since you brought that up, can I tell you why I can't bring Erica to Oklahoma City? I don't know.
Why?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because Oklahoma City, Erica also owns the club in Wichita.
Oh my
Wichita
God.
was the room that you called them up. Was like, are y'all flying me in?
I swear to God, when they sent me a thing
Y'all
about
fly me in, and day before, she's like, Kev, I got problems with this Wichita room. My bad. Like she thought they was gonna fly me in and shit. I was
I
like,
thought they was
what?
calling me, and they sent me an email saying like, oh, about transportation, but they was talking about ground
They was like,
transportation
once you land,
from the airport. Yeah, they reimbursed me.
She
I'm
said,
like, oh,
oh.
I thought
when
that was
she would have just said to me in advance how we getting there, I'd be like, oh, you ain't got a way to get there. I'll drive, or let's look at some plane tickets. I'll get a plane ticket, but not day before.
right.
Not day
These
before.
same people?
So
Okay.
the same people that own that club own Oklahoma City, and I was just like, they was like, who you want to bring? And I was like, I don't know, but not Erica.
Right.
So
I'm so sorry about it. You
The
should
day
have
before.
rubbed it in my face.
I don't
The day
know who, but I know
before.
it ain't Erica.
I
So
Oh,
swear, I
Erica.
was just like, I haven't got an itinerary for the flight ticket. So,
Like, what flight? A ticket.
It's like, oh, okay.
They was like,
I did,
ma'am.
I was like, dude, what you don't know is how many different texts I typed out and didn't send to you. Like, what kind of life you fucking live? How bougie is your life that you like, when we flying out, are you picking me up? It's gonna be a limo to grab me in my crib?
Right.
Oh
I'm
my God.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's hilarious. I did
So-
Memphis last weekend before last. I did Memphis, and it was fun, but it wasn't right. Like it just didn't even feel like
It
we're
wasn't
used to it feeling.
because of the social distances and the crowds and
Yeah,
stuff.
it was like because of the social distancing, and it wasn't, it was spaced out. People had on masks, and it was weird. It was really weird. Now I did comedy bar too. I did comedy bar weekend outside. We had a
How
good
is
time.
that? What's
We
your
had it
your
was-
Chicago workout room now? Is it
Niche room.
Niche room.
Left every
Your room?
Thursday, 8404 South
I'm
Kensington.
gonna surprise you and come through there.
Me too.
That'd be dope.
I ain't gonna hold my breath, Kevin. You don't be coming on my stuff.
I don't go any spot though.
This like Kevin wake up. Do I need to practice comedy? No.
No.
Okay, goodbye.
I listen, Kevin wake up with this. This is how Kevin wake up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good Thursday night though.
It is so much
That's your workout room?
Yeah.
They
It's
come for
cracking.
comedy. They come for comedy.
And
It's
they're like
just
fire
us.
people too,
Oh
right?
yes, at the fire brigade, the Black Fire Brigade. So it's a lot of professionals there. It's always like
Yeah.
firemen.
Yeah.
They
People that
sell
work
cohibas at her show.
older crowd.
Ooh.
Cigar smokers. So
Yeah.
it's like real cool.
I bought a real pineapple drink there.
Oh yeah.
Out of real
It's nice.
pineapple.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah,
nice,
got a
really
real
clean.
pineapple. That shit. Listen, you dude, that throwback Thursday pick, I believe you picked.
Oh yeah.
Of how much weight you've lost, dude. You look fantastic.
Yes.
Thanks.
How much you lose?
About 110 pounds. And it's so funny because I
You
did
lost a person. You lost
did.
a
I lost
fucking
the whole
model.
person.
Denise.
And I lost Brandy Denise.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to Brandy.
I did a show recently in Elgin, and the comic who I work with all the time couldn't remember my name, but that's how he described me.
No.
Wait, he brought you up as she lost
He's like,
110 pounds.
yeah, she's funny, but the thing about Correy that is most fascinating is she used to be way bigger than that. Like she lost 100 and something pounds. Oh no, he didn't say my name. He was like, this comic. And then when he got ready to say my name, he looked back at me and I just stared at his ass like, dog, We're not new to each other. You know exactly, like, you put
You
me
know,
on the show.
I've had that happen though. Like I've had like brain farts where you just forget names and stuff.
No,
And
as women, that's the worst because back in the day, it used to be like the next comic coming to the stage.
Got the
Ooh, she
biggest
got some big titties.
You be like,
Yeah.
what?
You're like, really?
So one year I had a
Yeah, go ahead.
somebody at some I was bringing as an opener, but the opener backed out, and so I don't know if you guys remember because I put it on Facebook. I was looking for an opener, and I was just like, send me a video clip of why I should bring you as my opener, and people were sending me the most like, you want to bring me, look how big my titties are, you gonna want, like that was like a reason why. And I was like, dude, you were
That is
not only
so
I'm not
much.
gonna bring you, but I'm gonna make sure I never work with you again. I'll tell you who it is off air.
Who?
I would like to know.
Yeah.
It's somebody you know.
Now we got to think about
It's somebody you know that was just.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. I know she did not.
But yeah, but it's just like people are just
recap.
Yeah. Erica
Yeah,
said
we're
recap the story.
just like not giving me real reasons to bring them. They was just like the female comics that was reaching out was just like, look how I look, like nothing about their stand up. And I was like,
You sent me this. You sent me the message. I know.
yep, I said, yeah, I
Yeah,
said,
you sent me
you
the
know,
message.
so
And
you
it
can
was
tell them.
like, put me on the road with you.
Yeah, but I'm just like, dude, that's not like I ain't trying to smash. I'm trying to get some people to be funny in front of me.
I can't believe you did that, girl. What the hell is wrong with you? Look at me. What the hell is wrong with you? Why would you do that?
And you know, I've never had to do that because we're really funny.
Never.
Yeah, because we really
Get
be
funny and you don't have to dress your titties
And
up
I
to do
think the
comedy.
thing is, the comics that want to do that to us be mad. That's why they be mad. Like, why would you pick so and so? You mad because I don't have to do that.
You could have sucked my dingling and you could have had a show on North Bar. You ungrateful. That's how they
For
be.
real though, if Kevin would have let that slide, it's like, who
That's
would
it.
do that though?
And he should have checked her.
But
That's
you know
really
why?
said.
Because
Who
it's
wants to
working.
do
Because
that?
it's worked for her
It
before
must have worked.
with someone else.
I don't want to have to show anything to get on the show.
I don't want to have to show my boobs to bomb. Let's start there.
And yet, right now, all we can see is your titties.
Right. Well, I didn't dress them up for this occasion. They just came
They
along.
came along. I get it. Listen, you ladies are all fabulous. I think you guys are funny, super funny. I would love to work with y'all, but y'all bringing too much heat. I'm trying to
You coming
ease
Thursday.
into it.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna come to your
Don't do
show
that.
and open up.
If you want to save your $50, just say that. Kev.
Right.
Right.
So anyway, give me whatever's your number one social media handle for people to follow you on, whatever it is that you want them to follow on.
Easy breezy. It's at Correy B. CORREYB for everything.
For everything. Okay, cool. Marilee.
I'm the Marilee, THEE. My name, MARILEE.
And I'm just Nesh on everything. JUST right there at the bottom. NESH on IG and Facebook fan
And
page.
Erica is
Erica Clark.
Erica Nicole Clark.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's, let me double check. Hold
Yeah,
on.
let's find Erica thing. She changed
Let's
it.
rock out 5 friends.
Period. Pull. Or
So when you coming to Thursday, Kev?
Slow down, Bella.
yeah, Erica Nicole
Oh.
Clark.
I guess slow down.
Slow down. Slow down.
Erica
I'll be
Nicole
there.
Clark straight through. Okay, yeah. What's the year
I'll be there.
2022? Okay.
I'm just like you in that sometimes I say shit and don't do it. So I'm just gonna show up. I ain't gonna tell you
That was
when.
very shady.
I'm just gonna show up.
That podcast wasn't gonna be nothing if I was like that on there the way I was.
You got carte blanche, babe. Whenever, if I got a show and y'all around, just
Yeah.
shoot me a text and I'll put you on, give you a spot. And so I love what y'all doing. I love that y'all are naturally just hilarious, and I love the energy that y'all bring, and I'm glad that y'all representing the comedy thing. Oh, one more thing before I missed out on it, and But you had the was that you that organized that, Corey? The comics against
Yes.
violence.
Yes,
Yes.
it was.
I mean, that was so dope. dude.
Amazing.
So
Super dope.
tell me about that before we get ready to break camp.
It was basically a call out to comics, and the reason that we did it is because number one, we're just as sick of the violence as everybody else. But number two, we throw our shows in a lot of these same neighborhoods, and these are the same parents and people, you know, that come to our shows, that buy our tickets. And if these are the people that are looking up to us as their local celebrities, then we have to have a voice in the same that we can't ask you to come to our shows and buy our tickets, and when you need us to stand with you or stand and be a voice for you, and we're not available. So that was the thing. That was the whole reason behind getting the comics together. As a matter of fact, the two shows that we're doing on August 2nd, the proceeds to that is going to the name of it is Let Us Breathe. It's a community center in Inglewood that's actually started by Damon Williams' son, Damon Jr.
Oh, love it. I love it. So dope.
So we got to put our money where our mouth is. We can say it on TV, but what else are we doing? You got to put boots to the ground.
Yep, for sure. I love it. Well, all right, ladies.
We love
Thank you guys for joining me.
You.
Love you.
See y'all.
Destiny,
Remember when I did
Jerry.
that split at your Christmas party? Okay, bye.
She did a split at your Christmas party.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Erica Nicole Clark, thank you guys for joining us. Hopefully we'll cross paths soon when this shit eases up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Bye-bye.
I'll see you on a Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Thursday.
All
Bye.
right, deuces.
Thursday.
Love you.
Thursday 2022. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, be good.